Ben Youngs stands out as England's most capped rugby star, breaking records and winning hearts on and off the field. He's known for his quick moves as a scrum-half for Leicester Tigers in England, but there's much more behind the headlines. This post covers his early days, family roots, biggest moments, and the people who support him, including his wife. You'll also get a look at his lifestyle and what his success means for his net worth today. Early life and family background. Ben Youngs didn't just stumble onto the rugby field, he was born into a setting where the game was part of daily life. Raised in Aylsham, Norfolk, Ben's story begins with the bonds and backyard rivalries shaped by his family's deep rugby history. From makeshift goalposts on the farm to big stage debuts, his upbringing built a strong foundation for a career defined by skill, pride, and resilience. Growing up in a rugby family. The Youngs family name rings out in English rugby circles. Ben's father, Nick Youngs, was a renowned scrum-half who starred for Leicester Tigers and earned recognition with England in the early 1980s. Nick played 6 times for the national team, including England's 15-9 win over New Zealand in 1983, a legendary achievement that quietly inspired his own sons. But rugby didn't stop with Nick. Ben's older brother Tom also followed the family path, starring for both Leicester Tigers and England as a hooker. Together, Ben and Tom became just the second brother duo to represent England at a Rugby World Cup. Rugby was not just a job or hobby in their family, it was the family DNA. Life at home reflected this rugby culture. Backyard matches. Their grandfather, Jerry, set up homemade rugby posts out of irrigation pipes, turning the family farm into a training ground. Team spirit. With 28 cousins in the Youngs clan, there were always enough players for a friendly match in the fields. Supportive parents. Both Nick and their mother Patricia nurtured not just the boys' sports skills, but also their sense of belonging and teamwork. Ben's early years were a mix of friendly competition, local heroics, and guidance from family members who had walked the rugby path before. That combination made the professional demands of the sport feel almost second nature. Education and early rugby involvement. School life for Ben Youngs wasn't always easy. He faced dyslexia from a young age, which made classroom work harder than practice sessions. But rather than knocking his confidence, those challenges drove him to pour his energy into sports, a space where he could excel without boundaries. Ben attended Gresham's School in Holt. The school had a strong tradition of sporting excellence, and Ben quickly found his place, not just in rugby but also in athletics. He set local records in sprints like the 200 meters. His introduction to organized rugby came early. Holt RFC, the local rugby club, gave Ben his first true taste of club action. As a junior player, he earned a reputation as a playmaker who always kept the ball in motion. Youth competitions. He represented his school and local teams in regional competitions, often standing out thanks to his skill and quick thinking. Family mentorship. At every level, family insight played a big role. Nick offered advice, not commands, letting Ben carve out his own style while learning from his father's and brother's experiences. By the time he joined the Leicester Tigers Academy, Ben was already making headlines as an up-and-coming player. At 17, he broke schoolboy records and made his senior club debut, setting the stage for a future as one of England's most reliable scrum halves. The values Ben learned, hard work, resilience, and the importance of both family support and a competitive edge, rooted him firmly among rugby's elite. He came from Norfolk Fields, but ambition and strong foundations carried him to national and international stages. Professional rugby career and major achievements. Ben Youngs' rugby journey is a story of loyalty, records, and winning for club and country. He's not simply a player with a long checklist of appearances, he's one of the most respected scrum halves of his generation. His career spans almost 2 decades at the top, seeing him become a rock for Leicester Tigers, break the England caps record, and leave his mark on British and Irish Lions history. Leicester Tigers and club success. Since debuting for Leicester Tigers at just 17 in 2007, Ben Youngs became the heart of the team's engine. With grit, athleticism, and rugby smarts, he's grown into one of club rugby's most trusted players, amassing over 330 appearances for the Tigers by 2025, a record few can match. Leicester Tigers has always demanded champions, and Youngs met the challenge every season, helping the team dominate English rugby's top tier, the Premiership. His impact shows in the silverware. 5 Premiership titles. Youngs was part of title-winning squads in 2007, 2009, 2010, 2013, and again in 2022. Memorable matches. In October 2009, he scored 17 points against then world champion South Africa at Welford Road, a classic Tigers victory that fans still talk about. Key contributions: whether starting or coming off the bench, Youngs influenced the flow of big finals and tough league battles, using his quick service and tactical kicking to swing momentum. Leadership: Youngs captained Leicester during the 2014-15 season when injuries struck, keeping the squad focused amid pressure. His influence goes beyond numbers and trophies. Week after week, he led by example, diving in for crucial tackles, reading the play, and bringing a calm, focused head to heated moments. That's why so many Leicester fans consider him the backbone of their modern era. International record with England. Ben Youngs didn't just make it to the top with England, he set the standard for what longevity and quality look like at test level. He debuted against Scotland in the 2010 Calcutta Cup and, by 2022, had overtaken Jason Leonard as England's most capped men's player. By the end of the 2024-25 season, he earned 127 caps, a stunning achievement for any professional athlete. Youngs starred in countless high-pressure games and built a legacy around major tournaments and tournaments wins. 4 Rugby World Cups, Youngs wore the white jersey at the 2011, 2015, 2019, and 2023 tournaments, including starting the 2019 final. His knack for turning the game with a break or clever try proved key for England's ambitions on the world stage. Six Nations success: England's rise in the 2010s came with Youngs as a mainstay. He celebrated 4 Six Nations titles, including remarkable wins in 2011, 2016, 2017, and 2020. 2016 Grand Slam, Youngs played a core role as England swept to a perfect run for their first Grand Slam in over a decade. Consistently strong tournaments, including England's famous 18-match unbeaten streak under Eddie Jones. Try-scoring scrum-half, with 20 international tries, Youngs always threatened around the fringes, using his show-and-go move to dash through the smallest gaps. Calm under pressure, Test rugby is a pressure cooker, but Youngs brought composure whether starting or as a finisher, with tactical awareness guiding England through nail-biting moments. His leadership didn't always come with the captain's armband, but he drove standards and set the tempo across more than 15 years in the England environment. His ability to raise his game when the heat was on, whether in a must-win autumn international or a World Cup knockout, helped England stay among rugby's elite. 2013 British and Irish Lions Tour. Earning selection for the British and Irish Lions is the dream of every UK and Irish rugby player, a badge reserved for the truly world-class. Ben Youngs not only claimed that honour in 2013 but made history by lining up alongside his brother Tom in Australia, becoming one of the rare sibling duos to tour together. During the 2013 Lions series, Youngs played in 2 test matches. He appeared in key games against the Wallabies, including a memorable start at scrum-half. Made an impact on tour. Across 7 tour matches, Youngs crossed the line with tries against the Queensland Reds and Melbourne Rebels, marking his presence in the red jersey. Part of history, that Lions side defeated Australia 2-1, clinching a famous series victory. Youngs' contribution in high-pressure moments helped seal the win, adding a rare and prestigious honor to his resume. While he was also selected for the 2017 Lions tour to New Zealand, family circumstances led him to withdraw. Still, his 2013 exploits remain a highlight of his career, demonstrating both his skill and adaptability on the sport's biggest composite stage. Throughout his career, Ben Youngs stood out for consistency, toughness, and a rare ability to turn games when his team needed him. From club heroics at Welford Road to history-making feats for England and the Lions, his rugby story is tightly packed with trophies, honours, and unforgettable moments. Meeting and marriage to Charlotte Youngs. Ben Youngs and Charlotte Beardshaw's relationship has roots close to home. Both come from Norfolk, and their shared setting helped them connect long before the rugby spotlight. They married in 2015 in Norfolk, keeping things simple and close, much like their personal style. Charlotte stands out in her own right. She pursued adult nursing at Kingston University, showing a drive and care for others that matches Ben's teamwork on the field. Today, Charlotte specializes as a cosmetic nurse. She balances this hands-on medical career with raising their kids and supporting Ben throughout his ever-busy rugby schedule. Friends describe their relationship as strong and grounded. Charlotte, though supportive of Ben's achievements, values privacy and rarely seeks the public eye. She's known for keeping a low profile on social media, choosing to focus on her work and her family. The couple's bond comes through in the everyday things. They carve out time for family, celebrate small wins together, and keep their partnership at the core of their busy lives. For Ben, Charlotte is the steady support that keeps everything moving, even when rugby demands the spotlight. Life off the field and parenting. For Ben and Charlotte, family always tops the list, no matter how packed the season or how far the next away game. Their two children, Boris and Billy, bring energy and joy to their home in Leicester. Ben often talks about how being a dad changes your outlook, making every return home after a match more special. Ben's approach to fatherhood is hands-on. He's proud to share the load, doing the school run, helping with homework, or cheering at weekend activities. Even in the middle of a thriving rugby career, he carves out daily time for bedtime stories or walks in the park. Parenting, for Ben and Charlotte, works best as a tight team effort. Balancing professional sports and family isn't easy, but they keep a few routines to ground themselves. Creating quiet moments together, whether it's a cup of tea before bed or Sunday breakfast as a family. Scheduling family days during off-seasons and sticking to them no matter what. Prioritizing honesty and open conversation, so the boys can talk about worries, excitement, or anything in between. Charlotte's understanding of shift work and long hours from her nursing background helps the couple juggle childcare around Ben's intense training and travel. When matches keep Ben away, they use video calls and voice notes to keep family life flowing. Both Ben and Charlotte know that fame isn't what matters most. They focus on giving their kids a steady upbringing and plenty of normalcy. For the Youngs family, laughter, support, and time together always come first, whether the day brings a cup final or a regular school night. Net worth, earnings, and legacy. Ben Youngs is more than just England's most capped rugby star. He's a symbol of loyalty, family, and hard work, both on the pitch and off. His long career in rugby has not only brought him respect and silverware, but has also shaped his financial standing and long-term impact on the sport. Let's take a look at how his salary, sponsorships, and unique family story have added to his legacy and what's still ahead. Salary, endorsements, and financial overview. When you look at Ben Youngs' rugby earnings, you see a steady, hard-earned path through the top levels of the English game. Youngs spent his entire club career with the Leicester Tigers, racking up over 330 appearances and 5 Premiership titles by 2025. That kind of loyalty pays off, not just in reputation, but in financial security. Club salary. Young's salary is estimated at around £300,000 per year with Leicester Tigers as of 2025. This is in line with what an experienced, first-choice international scrum-half earns at the top end of the Premiership. It's important to remember that scrum-halves, even at this level, often rank among the lower-paid positions compared to big-name wings or forwards, but Young's consistency and international profile have kept his value high. Endorsements and sponsorship deals. While his main income comes from club rugby, it's typical for England internationals like Youngs to secure extra revenue from sponsorships. Gear deals, training kits, and partnerships with rugby brands can add tens of thousands to his annual earnings. Youngs, with his well-known family name and loyal fan base, is an attractive option for brands that want authenticity and staying power over flash. Estimated net worth. Ben Youngs' net worth is commonly estimated to be over £1 million by 2025, considering his club earnings, international bonuses, and outside sponsorships. He's not in the same income brackets as Premiership footballers, but for rugby, one of the most physically tough and unpredictable sports, that's a mark of both smart management and lasting performance. Post-retirement potential. With his contract winding down and retirement on the horizon after the 2024-25 season, Youngs is weighing options for his next chapter. Coaching is a natural fit, and he has already stepped into a lead role at Gresham School as head of performance sport. If he chooses to take up punditry, ambassador roles, or even set up rugby clinics, it could keep his earnings solid for years to come. Moves abroad or one last playing contract in France could offer a financial bump, but Youngs seems more drawn to giving back and spending time with his family. All told, Ben Youngs' rugby journey proves you don't need to chase headlines to build wealth and stability. Year after year, smart choices and loyalty have been just as valuable off the pitch as his quick thinking in the scrum. Legacy and impact on rugby. Ben Youngs' mark on rugby is about far more than numbers in a stat sheet. His style, story, and family name all feed into his legacy, leaving a deep imprint on English rugby and inspiring those who'll come next. A standard for professionalism. The all-time leader in England men's rugby caps, Youngs proved that sustained excellence is possible. He stayed at the top for nearly 2 decades, rarely missing a beat, playing through injuries, and always putting the team first. Young players see someone who built a world-class career through grit, patience, and trust in his club and country. Family tradition and rugby's next generation. The Youngs family stands out as a living rugby tradition. With his father, Nick, and brother Tom all earning England caps, the Youngs clan has notched up nearly 700 club appearances and a truckload of international honors. This family narrative makes Ben's story feel relatable. It's about hard work on the farm, learning from dad, and sharing success with your brother, stuff at the core of what English rugby values. Changing the picture of a scrum half. As rugby has evolved, so has the job description for scrum halves. Youngs built his reputation by mixing classic, crisp passing with explosive runs and sharp game management. He combined old-school leadership with the modern demand for creative play. The young players who watched Ben are now imitating his quick breaks, strong defense, and smart kicking under pressure. Role model and builder beyond the pitch. Off the field, Ben Youngs leads by example. He doesn't seek headlines but focuses on teaching, coaching, and sharing what he's learned. As the head of performance sport at Gresham School, he now mentors kids who might someday follow his path. This active role in growing the next generation ensures his influence continues long after his final game. Hallmarks of his impact. Record holder as England's top international appearance maker. Symbol of one club loyalty in an era when transfers are common. Model professional, respected by teammates, opponents, and fans for consistency and humility. Inspiration for resilience, bouncing back from setbacks, family loss, and national criticism. Quiet ambassador, shaping the culture of the game for years to come. Ben Youngs' legacy is stitched into the fabric of English rugby. He's left a playbook for what a modern pro can be: loyal, steady, and always hungry to help the team. As his career closes, the sport, and everyone watching, knows they've witnessed something rare, a player whose story will echo for decades. Ben Youngs' story shows that you can mix high-level achievement with deep family loyalty and still find balance. His 127 England caps, 5 Premiership titles, and strong club legacy set him apart, not just as a winner, but as a steady presence in rugby for nearly 2 decades. Off the pitch, he keeps his family close, supporting his wife Charlotte and their kids, and giving back as a mentor. His path, from tackling dyslexia to reaching rugby's biggest stages, proves that grit and support matter as much as talent. Youngs retires with respect from teammates, coaches, and fans, leaving an example for all who follow. If you enjoyed learning about his journey, share your thoughts or pass this story on. Thanks for reading and stay tuned for more profiles of sports people balancing greatness with real life.